right, y'all know we waste no time on the grind. Let's get into it.
I was a dean of students. I was like, oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the course of this whole election. And you now see me as just Barack Obama's wife. So that made me say, what, that quickly, my shoes become the most important thing about me, right? And again, not unique to me. It can happen to the best of us. So I shied away from fashion leading the conversation, but I knew I didn't completely control it. So let's lean in. I was a dean of students. I was like, oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the course of this whole election. And you now see me as just Barack Obama's wife. So that made me say, what, that quickly, my shoes become the most important thing about me, right? And again, not unique to me. It can happen to the best of us. So I shied away from fashion leading the conversation, but I knew I didn't completely control it. So let's lean in. I was a dean of students. I was like, oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the course of this whole election. And you now see me as just Barack Obama's wife.
All right, so I don't know the context of this. I guess she wore some shoes, and that became the topic of conversation. But they refer to her as just Barack Obama's wife. And I'm telling y'all, man, it's a competition. It's a competition. A lot, you hear a lot of these women get on the internet and they talk about how their boyfriends or husbands were jealous of them. That's a projection. You know what I'm saying? Men don't be jealous of women, bro. Like, it rarely happens, especially inside a relationship, right? Women really be jealous of their men, and everything that she said, she's been pretty much jealous of Barack. Barack and Steph Curry's in a similar boat where their wives want to be the star. And, if they got a taste of reality and they weren't Steph or Barack Obama's wife, they would be nobody. Nobody would care. They would be absolutely nobody. We've seen it time and time again. A lot of women out here who are very successful, done well with their lives, done well in their careers, and, they're nobodies. What Sugar Free said, you got the same 24 hours as Michael Jackson and you chose to be nobody. They're still nobodies. They're nobodies. And for the most part, they want to be seen as, something bigger. They want to be seen as the star, but without him, you would be nothing. Nobody would care about what you was doing. There's so many women out here doing great things. I believe the CEO of GM is a woman. Think anybody give a fuck? Know her name is? Let's keep it a bean. That's just the way God created it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the women match other women's worth. Women basically rate a woman based off her man. They gonna lie in the comment section, say it's not true. It's true. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with it, man. If you able to lock down a dude that's exceptional like Barack Obama or like Steph Curry or something like that, that's the biggest flex. That's the biggest flex. You built a family, you a wife, and you're going to benefit. And people say, what's the benefit of being a wife? They act like they don't know. Let's take out, she get to take 50% of his money, and let's take out the how can I say this? Let's take out the let's take out the trauma talk and just talk in absolute, just talk about, you're in a healthy relationship. Like, really, the man is the one that takes all the blame, all the accountability, even if the people inside the house mess it up. If the woman is spending recklessly, and you watch that show, I always forget the name of the show, man, the YouTube channel, where the guy sits down, the white guy, he sits down with the couples, and they talk about, how did they get in debt, and it's usually the wife spending the money and the man, putting his pen, keeping his, not sitting while he pissed like a woman, not standing up to his woman and telling her, not to spend this, and it falls on him. They in debt because of him. Yeah, they in debt because his significant other is spending money recklessly, don't want to cook, DoorDash, got a credit card issue, whatever like that. But in reality, that's still his fault for not putting his foot down and telling her, no, that ain't what we doing. And believe it or not, you know, when you put your foot down early in the relationship, you know what I'm saying? That's where you learn, you know, who you messing with. There's a lot of dudes that didn't tell their girl no, and they got into a relationship in a marriage and they couldn't provide, or they said no, and these women went and found it somewhere else. And you knew or you lied. When you tell a woman no, or I can't do it for you, or no, you know, you lie, you know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You know who you're dealing with. And for the most part, in this type of situation, the man takes the blunt, and he takes all the, he's like your bulletproof vest. He's like your shield to the Millennium Falcon. You know what I'm saying? He's taking all the bullets, the punches, the kicks, you know, he's taking all of that, the abuse, for y'all to be able to walk and enjoy the life. Steph is putting all that running and jumping in and training in, so y'all don't have to do it. So y'all can just be successful. So y'all can, you know, live life without so much of a burden. The man's job is to take on the burden, so y'all don't have to worry about that. So y'all can live your life. You can be a mother. You know, you can, you know, do the things that you want to do. You got a name that's gonna get you through doors that other people can't get through. But then when men see this and all you see is, you know, Steph Curry wife is using her as an example, even his mother threw him under the bus. I talked about that about a year or some change ago, or 2 years ago, and put his name in there, and you on this channel to come up. And, you know, all people see these good dudes and y'all talking shit about them. Who want to sign up for marriage then? I'm just noticed Barack Obama's wife. Okay. And that's the ultimate flex. You get all the benefits of it. He got to sit out there and he got to do a lot of the bullshit and sit down, and he got to keep an image up. And if somebody get him out of body experience, he got to keep his complacency. He got to keep his composure. But these, you know, this has been said before. A lot of these black women, they want to be the leader of the relationship. Even if they leading the household into failure, they want to lead. And this is why they get with bum ass niggas. This is why they get with bum niggas, bro. Because they want to lead something. A lot of them have children because they want to lead something. They want to boss their children around. A lot of them get with beta males because they want, and this goes for Becky and them too. They go with these soft beta males. They want somebody to boss around. But as soon as you close your eyes, or as soon as you turn around, when ain't nobody looking, they with a dude that's dogging them out and that's dominating them. A lot of women have an identity crisis. On one end, you telling guys that you want to lead the relationship, but on the other end, you fiending to get dominated and really to get slammed through the mattress and put a hole through the mattress. And that's what the confusion is. They deal with them weak dudes. They deal with them beta provider dudes. But then turn around and go get slammed, get onyxed by another dude. The very dude that they describe that they hate, they can't stand. And for men, you got to wear so many different faces when you're dealing with women today. You got to be affectionate. You got to be loving. You got to show fatherly traits, but also you got to be able to be dominant, strong, masculine. But you should always lead with that. And if a woman don't want to be with you because you're a leader, you strong, you masculine, you dominant. I talked about this on the Patreon about Jill Scott. I don't know when it's gonna go up. But I don't know if I'm going to even speak on it. Jill Scott was doing an interview talking about with Angie, I think Martinez, and she talking about, you know, she wants to be a submissive woman and she wants to be able to turn her brain off while you drive, and that's bull jive. Don't listen to that shit, man. Most of these women, especially black women, they want to lead. They want to lead even to failure, and then once they fail, they want a man to save them, fuck his life up, and lead again. Not saying all of them, but that's just what the business is. You know, when you're in competition with somebody like this, just think if he had a woman that really was willing to help him and elevate him for real, and didn't feel this way, how much further Barack put a party guy. He got far with her. There's some theories out there, but to be honest with you, Yeah, I'll be wondering why a lot of brothers walk away from a lot of sisters in the community. This is why you got to fight for leadership. You got to compete for glory. You know, you constantly in the battle and you fighting, bro. That's why so many guys walk away from relationships. It's a constant battle. It's a constant fight. Instead of two people being one and working towards a major goal for us to both be successful. If you the shining light, guess what? I'm gonna support you. And so many women, you got women that like what was old girl's her name Victoria Monet. She got successful. The first thing she did was leave her husband. Oh, he's jealous of me, and that wasn't what it was. She practiced hypergamy. Her career finally went up from a singer standpoint outside of a writer. Started touring with Chris Brown. She felt like she was better than her husband. That's the one thing about it. When women come up, and they say, you know, the woman she come up with a great idea and she blow up, they 9 times out of 10, they get rid of that husband. They start cheating on him. And this is why women ain't meant to lead. They start cheating on him, dominating him. You know what I'm saying? And they end up getting divorced. And she end up still being lonely. She started doing what she want to do. Tell me I'm lying. That chick from Abbott Elementary left her Brad. You know what I'm saying? Rachel Lindsay was with a bottom basement Brad. You know what I'm saying? Victoria Monet left her husband. A lot of these women, they get success, they shake their husband. A lot of these dudes, they keep their wives who built with them. We just wired differently. Women are wired cowardly like they supposed to be. Women ain't supposed to be brave for their children and when their life on the line, but they can do anything they want to do, and society doesn't shame them. We don't look at them the same way we look at men. This is the truth. That's why you see a man, a woman that built with him, he'll always feel in debt to him. And look at the dude, that racist dude that run Barstool. You know, the first wife he was with, she still has access to his bank account. He said on Club Shay Shay, she still got access to it because he trusts her. He said it just didn't work out, but if she wanted to take it all, she could. He said we was friends first. Ain't no woman doing that, bro. They in the business thing, man. They in the survival. They do things for survival. But if you get a unicorn, a woman that really fuck with you and rock with you and care about your well-being, bro, you can go as far as you want in life. You know what I'm saying? You go as far as you want. But a lot of these brothers and these men are making it far with anchors on their legs. This is why guys don't want to get married. This is why guys don't want to have girlfriends, because it becomes burden and kills your potential. But when you get a good one, you know, it outweighs the bad. But I hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.